Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we have got an unboxing video because over the past week I have received a ridiculous amount of Amazon parcels that I've kept obviously for my birthday, assuming that they're for my birthday, and I'm still in awe at the pile I have sat beside me to unbox, as well as this lovely box from Sylvie from the TBR Diaries. So yes, today, which is my birthday, it's later on in the afternoon. I've been doing some other birthday things. I thought I'd come back and unbox all of my lovely gifts. I also want to quickly mention the fact that I am doing a giveaway to sort of say thank you to everyone who supported me and the people who have gifted me things. So I'm going to link that in the description box, and I really would love it if you entered, so that I can give back a little bit to you guys. But before I start unboxing those, I do want to quickly show you a couple of books I have bought myself today because I got taken to Waterstones. Woo! So you'll see all of that fun footage of my birthday day in my reading vlog that's coming at the end of the week, but I just wanted to quickly show you what 3 books I bought in Waterstones. So I of course used the opportunity of being in a bookstore to buy books that weren't on my wish list, that I had no idea what they were about, just ones that I was drawn to because of my interests in what they were about and things like that. So I've got The Vegetarian by Han Kang, and this was the winner of the Man Booker Prize in 2016, or International Man Booker Prize of 2016, and I've recently weirdly seen this around on a lot of people's channels. It's got a very memorable cover, but I had no idea what it was about, and then I read the synopsis that says a darkly beautiful modern classic about rebellion, eroticism and the female body, one of the most extraordinary books you will ever read. And I still wasn't 100% sure on that when I read the synopsis. It did sound interesting, so I read the first page of the book, and that's what hooked me, as the first line is, "Before my wife turned vegetarian, I always thought of her as completely unremarkable in every way." And then after that, I was like, I'm intrigued. I want to know what this is about. I want to read it. It sounds dark and sort of possibly feminist and eerie and weird, and I'm drawn to books like that, and hence why I picked this one up. I also want to quickly mention, because I've just remembered, that when I got to the till, I had £20 on my Waterstones card that I didn't realise. So it was an extra added birthday surprise because I only actually had to pay £4 for 3 books, which was yes, birthday, woo! The next one I picked up is A Vindication of the Rights of Woman by Mary Wollstonecraft, and this is one of the vintage classics, and I've got 2 others in this collection. So I've got Extracts from the Second Sex and A Room of One's Own by Virginia Woolf, and someone recently mentioned to me that Mary Wollstonecraft, I think possibly might be Mary Shelley's mother, or that they're the same person. I don't know, but there's some connection there with Mary Shelley, and then I was vintage, classic, feminist collection, Mary Shelley, I love her writing, intrigued, I'm going to pick that up. And the last book is a book that I could only have picked up in a bookstore, and that's why I'm really excited and happy that, I got taken there today, because it was just woo! But I picked up Native by Patrick Lorre. Now, the reason why I picked this up, I was actually about to just go and buy the 2 books I had in my hand, and then out of the corner of my eye, I saw the landscape on the cover, and the fact that it said Life in a Vanishing Landscape, because I find landscapes and the study of landscapes really interesting from an archaeological perspective. And I do believe that this is just a non-fiction book written by Patrick Lorre about his native landscape, which is the Galloway landscape by the Solway Firth, and it's him sort of reconnecting with that landscape and its history and all this other stuff. And it does say on the back, I think, that it's unforced and utterly authentic, and that just sells something to me. I was just very much intrigued by this, as I said, I have an interest in landscapes as an archaeologist, and I want to expand my non-fiction reading, and this one just sounds right up my street, so I cannot wait to get round to reading this. Right, so now we're going to get into the unboxing. I'm going to try and do this as quickly as possible because otherwise I feel like this is going to be a really long video. I wanted to show you the inside of this really pretty box that Sylvie sent me, and it's all like in lovely rose coloured paper, and I've got a card as well that I haven't opened yet, so I'm just going to dig into these. Got the card. It's got llama on it. I love llamas. Yes. oh, and it's got really my favourite picture of me and Sylvie in. I was actually thinking about this earlier, that picture, because I don't think it's on my personal Instagram, and I'm like, where is that photo? Yay! Oh, yay! This just made me so happy. Thank you. I'm gonna put the llama. If I put the llama there. Birthday llama. Oh, I don't want to ruin it. So it's just so. I can tell by the colour what this one is. Yeah. So the first book that Sylvie has got me for my birthday is Her Body and Other Parties by Carmen Maria Machado, and this was a book and author that we were talking about in one of the Sunday live reading sprints a couple of weeks ago, because I mentioned about wanting to get into more short stories, as I know that I would enjoy them, but I had no idea where to start, because it's like where do you start? And Sylvie recommended this author and this particular collection. I do believe, again, it's like a sort of feminist related one that deals with some very heavy topics about obviously the female body and all of that stuff, and it just sounded right up my street, so I'm so excited to have this one, to finally like delve into the short story reading. I kind of just want to read one like right now. Next one, it's so beautifully wrapped. Oh! Now I've had this one on my wish list for a long time, and it is The Test by Sylvie Nouvelle, and this is one I don't actually know a lot about, but comes from a recommendation from Victoria, from what Victoria read, as I remember her reading this and her just being like obsessed with it, and she gave it 5 stars and she wanted loads of people to read it, but she didn't give an in-depth sort of description of what happens, because I believe that it's better going in not knowing much. And it essentially just follows a character named Adair, who is sitting his British citizenship test. And that's literally all I know, but it does sound like it maybe takes a dark turn and it leaves you sort of like, oh my god. Again, I love not knowing, and the intrigue, just so much intrigue. Love it. And also it's a short one, so that makes me feel slightly better, because I'm like, I can get through that quickly. Woohoo! I'm going to open this one now. It feels like it might be chocolate. I like chocolate. It is chocolate! Yeah! It's a galaxy bar! And I love it when people send a sort of like a care package, because then you get books and you get chocolate, and then it just makes you just want to curl up into bed and read and eat the chocolate. So, yay for snacks. And this one! Oh. I love these. I've recently got really into these. Oh, and it's Oscar Wilde, yes. So I've really recently got into reading the sort of Little Penguin Black classics as well as the Little Penguin modern classics, because, like I said, again, they're just really quick and easy to get through. I've been really enjoying reading them during the reading sprints, and you just get like a punch of writing from an author in a very short amount of like pages, and I don't know, there's something about the experience of reading them that I really enjoy. And this one is obviously, like I said, Oscar Wilde, Only Dull People Are Brilliant at Breakfast, and I added this one to my wish list because it just intrigued me with the title. It sounded very interesting, and I haven't read any other Oscar Wilde apart from The Picture of Dorian Gray, which I loved. So again, can't wait to just delve into some more of his writing.
Having fun?
Yes. And this is the last one from Sylvie. Oh, it feels hard. It's like a... Oh. I do believe... Yes! it's a note. It's a journal. It's a journal, but it's a Shakespeare journal because it's Shakespeare's really awful signature. Whenever you see it, you're like, what is that? But it says William Shakespeare. It's so gorgeous. And it's got a lovely picture or portrait of William Shakespeare on the back, and then it says William Shakespeare and it's got the dates. But then it's an absolutely gorgeous journal, and I've been like getting really into having specific notebooks for certain things, and I really want to, I could maybe make this like a Shakespeare note one, so when I read his plays and stuff and I really like quotes or something, I could write them in this. Yes, that is what I'm gonna do, and now I'm really excited. I'm like, yes, already found a purpose. But that is absolutely beautiful, so thank you so much, Sylvie. You absolutely spoiled me, and now I want to cry with happiness. Okay, so into the Amazon parcels. I'm not going to hold them up because I'm going to drop them, but I'm just going to get into it and start opening them. Woo! I'm just going to throw rubbish on the floor because there's no point. Ooh. Yes. So the first one is from Leanne Rose, and she sang a little happy birthday to you in the gift note, and yes, she got me Fresh Water by Akwaeke Emezi, and if you've been watching my videos then you know that I read Pet by Akwaeke Emezi earlier this year and absolutely adored it, and immediately knew that I wanted to read more of their works, and I'm so glad to have this one in my possession now, as I have heard this is very like literary fiction, but I really enjoy literary fiction, and because I know I really enjoy their writing anyway, I know that I'm going to really love this one. It was also longlisted for the Women's Prize for Fiction in 2019, which I did not know. I don't know a lot about the synopsis of this one, other than, like I said, that it's literary fiction and apparently very well written, and lots of people seem to love this, and even if they can't really get their head around it, they still come out of it knowing that, you know, it was a really good book that they've just read, and that just really intrigues me, so I cannot wait, like I'm going to say about all of them, to get around to reading this. Next one! Oh, there's multiple things in here. This scares me. I'm firstly going to see who it's from. So this one's from Caris, and she said, and a little something sweet because everyone deserves treats on their birthday, and you might want a snack during the sprints, which I ended up cancelling and now I feel really bad. But I'll save them for the next reading sprints, of course. So I got some tropical mango candy kittens. I've had some of these from Shah before and they're really, really good, so very much looking forward to these. And there's another gift note, and Caris said that this is one of my faves and this edition is so pretty, and had to add the mini classic because Shirley Jackson. So yes, we have got one of the Penguin Modern Classic minis, which is The Missing Girl by Shirley Jackson. Now, I've had a kind of hit and miss relationship with Shirley Jackson, so I wanted to read just this short one to see how I felt about her writing, maybe in shorter spells. As I really enjoyed The Haunting of Hill House, but I wasn't a massive fan of her more popular one, We Have Always Lived in the Castle, so very excited to read this one and see what I think of it. And the other one that Caris got me is absolutely gorgeous, and it is A Little Princess by Frances Hodgson Burnett, and this will match my edition of Little Women, because these are the Puffin Books children's classic editions, so it's a lovely cute little hardback. And I was obsessed with the film A Little Princess when I was younger. It used to make me cry constantly, and I remember when me and Caris first connected, we both talked about how much we loved the film, and I know that this is one of her favourite books, so I of course cannot get round to finally reading this book, as I know I love the film so much and I really want to see how it was developed, you know, from the actual story. So thank you so much, Caris. This is just such a lovely gift. This is another one that feels like it's got two inside it. Oh. Okay, so we have got Carol Ann Duffy, The World's Wife. This was a recommendation from Leanne Rose, as she adores Carol Ann Duffy. And this is the first time I think I've ever said this out loud and I'm scared because I feel like Leanne's going to shout at me. We studied her at school, her poetry at school, and I detested it. But this one sounded the most up my street in terms of her poetry, ones I would actually be interested in, and that's why I added it to my wish list, because I really want to give her a go now that I'm not in school and I'm not studying it. So I'm really excited to delve into this and see what I think of Carol Ann Duffy, and hopefully really enjoy her poetry and maybe find a new favourite poet. Also, I don't know who this is from yet, so shall I find the gift note? Oh, it's from Charlotte from Coiny Reads. Yay, that's such a Charlotte gift, because she also adores Carol Ann Duffy, so this is so exciting. And on the gift note it says, this gave me flashback to my A-level coursework in a good way, because there are some very funny poems in here. I hope you enjoy it. So I'm glad I'm not the only one that studied her poetry. And the other book, it's My Dark Vanessa by Kate Elizabeth Russell, and on the gift note Charlotte has said this was one of my favourites from last year. I hope you enjoy it. Of course, this one's been making the rounds on BookTube. People absolutely adore this book and the sort of topic it deals with, and I know it's going to be very hard hitting to read, but it's one that I am drawn to and definitely do want to read, as I know that so many people have enjoyed the experience of reading it, and it wouldn't get such great reviews if it wasn't done well as well, so that's another thing. Just one that I've been meaning to get to for ages. I'm very excited about finally delving into. Okay. Yay. So this one's from Anna. Yay, my amazing host for the reading sprints, and someone who is just a lovely human. It's really hard to explain. She's one of these people, when you watch her videos it just filters through the screen and you just you're amazing. So I already read the gift note, so I know the book that was in the packet, but she gifted me Take a Hint, Danny Brown by Talia Hibbert, and you guys of course know that I'm currently reading Get a Life, Chloe Brown, and loving it way more than I was expecting it to, because I'm not a big romance reader. So of course when I added this one to my wish list sort of recently, as I knew that I now want to just read the entire series, so I'm so glad to have this one in my possession, because I feel like I want to get to it sooner. I feel like when I finish Get a Life, Chloe Brown, I'm going to have this kind of gaping hole in my life and just the need to read more. So I'm so glad I have this one now. Thank you. This is the next one, and we got 6 more to go. And I'm in shock. Oh, I can't open this one. Ah, I saw what this one was. Okay. So someone has very kindly gifted me Pride and Prejudice by Jane Austen, and these are the gorgeous vintage classic editions. Now this is a classic I've been meaning to read for years, but I've just never got round to it, and I think it's just because I don't have an edition of it. I don't have a copy of the book. It's one of those books that I know if I have a copy of it I'm way more likely to reach to read it, and of course these editions are just so gorgeous. I have read Emma by Jane Austen and really enjoyed that, but I of course want to read the classic Pride and Prejudice that everyone loves. I need to see who this is from. Yes, this is so perfect. I kind of thought, I don't know why, I just had, when I was getting it out of the packet, I was like, who? But it's from Mary, Mary Among Stories, who of course is well known for loving classics and the beautiful editions, and it just feels so perfect. So thank you so much, Mary, for gifting me this one for my birthday. I'm so excited to get round to reading it, because I think it may be one of your favourites as well. Yeah, and the gift note says, when I saw this beautiful edition on your wish list, of course I had to get it for you. Hope you have the most wonderful day. Love, Mary, from Mary Among Stories. I just love Mary so much. I say that every single time. She's wonderful. So thank you so much, and again, I really want to get to this one soon. I'm gonna have to quit my job and just spend all of my time reading. I don't know whether to gift note first or book first. Also, this one's from Aoife from Pretty Purple Polka Dots. Again, I love Aoife. I just her videos always put a smile on my face, because she's just like the humor. I'm here for it. I love it. Yes, you just need it in your life. I'm going to tag, of course, everyone that has gifted me something in the description box, because they're all like booktube friends and are all people who I would highly recommend, so please check them out. Oh, I'm so glad we've gotten to know each other better this year, and I hope you have a fantastic birthday. Love from Candle Bitch, which is like a little kind of inside joke, but she is definitely our Candle Bitch in a good way. And Aoife has very kindly got me This Is How You Lose the Time War by Max Gladstone, which I do believe is a female romance sci-fi love story. I think that's all I know about it, and the fact that it's also told in letter format, that's all I need to know. Very intrigued. Sylvie from the TBR Diaries absolutely adored this book. She loved it, so again, great recommendations, and that's why it's on my wish list. And another short one that I'm hoping I can speed through quickly, again because of the letter format as well, but it's one that I'm really excited to read, to see why everyone loves it so much, as it's one that, you know, you see a lot of people talk about on BookTube. So thank you so much, and I'm so excited, just all of the excitement. Okay, this one worries me because it feels big. Like, so far I've been like, yay, they're all quite small and short books, so it's less intimidating, but this one feels big, which scares me. There's just so much rubbish on the floor right now. Oh, it's big because there's 3 books in here. Cheeky. Oh! So yes, it's big because there's 3 books in here, and like Sophia from Sophia's Thoughts messaged me earlier on Instagram to say that there was a little something for me from her, and this is more than a little something, so thank you so much. Oh, thank you as well for thinking of me by saying just a few short / quick reads for you, to not overwhelm your TBR. Thank you for like thinking of me in that way, because yes, I feel like we relate on the fact that overwhelming TBRs are a thing. So yes, and there's a few in here that I'm already really excited about. So Sophia has got me Long Way Down by Jason Reynolds, and I know a lot of people on BookTube have read this and loved it, but I think I put it on my wish list because Olivia Savannah from Olivia's Catastrophe read this and adored it, and as I always say, we have a very similar sort of reading taste, and I do believe this one, yes, it is told in verse, and I want to get more into books written in verse, so very excited to speed through this one. I have heard it is a very quick read, and packs in a lot of the emotions, so I feel like this one is probably going to be quite high on my priority list, because I think it's been on my TBR for a while, or on my radar for a while, so it's definitely one, even though I've said this every time, I want to get to soon. One of the other books that Sophia has gifted to me is another little black classic, and I just so excited about these, and it is To Be Read at Dusk by Charles Dickens, and I adore Charles Dickens' writing and his books, so just I know I'm gonna love this one, there's no question about it, and I feel like he would do shorts really well, so very excited about getting round to this. And the next one, oh, it's another one but it's thicker. Oh, that's so cool. So another little black classic by William Shakespeare, because you know it's me. Is This a Dagger Which I See Before Me? And I do believe it's like a collection of Shakespeare's soliloquies from famous set pieces to little known speeches, displays his genius in all its range and richness. So it's a sort of like a bind up of snippets from loads of different plays, and we love that because, you know, I love all of the plays that I've read so far, and I like the snippets, especially like the really juicy bits from the plays that I love. I just feel like when I'm feeling down and I need that, you know, Shakespeare like in my life, this is going to be the one for me. I've just picked this up and I've realised by the size and the weight of it, I think I've worked out what this one is, but I hadn't previously thought about it until just now. So, yeah. Yes, just from the size of it, I can, let's see. So someone has very kindly gifted me the Greek myths, which is of course by our very own Jean from Jean's Bookish Thoughts, who I adore, and I'm so glad, like, I've seen this on other people's channels, and the inside and the illustrations just look absolutely gorgeous. And I'm not very well versed in any mythology or any of the myths, especially not the Greek ones, so I thought this was actually going to be a really good starting place for me to then read some of the retellings possibly, because I would like to read a lot more retellings, but at the moment there's no point because I don't know the original story. So yes, even though Jean often says that it's for children or it's a children's book, actually it's not, because I need it to tell me about Greek myths. I should also probably say that it's also illustrated by Katie Ponder. Don't want to leave anyone else out. But yes, it's so gorgeous and colourful, and just one, again, I hopefully can get through quite quickly. I haven't seen who got me this. So of course this one was very kindly gifted to me from Victoria, from Victoria read. I love Victoria so much, and I just always in awe of anything I get from her, and I just so excited. Birthday. Okay, we've only got 2 more to go, guys. 2. We've got this. Okay. I want the gift note first. So this one is from Charlotte, from Charlotte's Chapter. I had to remember her channel name because she recently changed it, so I was mind blanking. And oh, she said this is a book I also have on my physical TBR, which I love it when people say that, because then I'm like, buddy read. And obviously happy birthday, I hope you have an amazing day. But Charlotte gifted me Station 11 by Emily St. John Mandel. And this is another one, again, that I've been meaning to read or even buy myself for a really long time, ever since finishing If We Were Villains and hearing that this is like a post-apocalyptic novel, I believe. It's the end of the world, and it follows a theatre troupe who are performing Shakespeare, and I don't really know what happens after that, but I love books that involve Shakespeare or people performing his plays in some way or form, and this, most people who read this adore it anyway. So yeah, I know that this one is going to be one of those books for me that I'm going to love. It's probably going to be 5 stars, and we love that. We love having those on our TBR, because when you're having that slumpy period with books, you can reach for a book like this that you just know you're going to love. So thank you so much, Charlotte, and just yay, Shakespeare and books. And this is the last one. Oh, and this was from Chloe Reads Books. Oh, so Chloe is one of the people that often frequents our Sunday live reading sprints, and it's always nice to see her in the comments, and I love that. So thank you so much, Chloe. Again, this is another one where Chloe said, I have this one on my TBR and I've heard amazing things about it. I love it when people gift other people things because they've heard good things about it and they also have it, because then it's again like a buddy read situation with me. I've just worked out what this is. But she has gifted me The Wicker King by Kay Ancrum, and this one I heard Mayana from Mayana Reads talk about, and then a lot of other people after that were saying people need to read this book because it's amazing. I do believe it is a fantasy, and just the inside, it looks it's kind of told possibly in files or in a different kind of format. It's all fancy colours. Just very intrigued. Don't know a lot about it, like I said, other than I think it's fantasy and it's told in a different kind of format, and people seem to whiz through it, and then at the end seem to love it and adore it. And can we talk about this cover? It's so gorgeous and shiny. So yay, thank you so much, Chloe. And that is the last one, and now I'm just gonna put that there in a very large teetering pile of books. And I, again, just want to say thank you so much to everyone that has gifted me something. I feel thoroughly spoilt, and if, honestly, a little bit guilty. But that's why I want to mention again about my giveaway, because I'm doing it to give back and to say thank you to you guys. So please go and check that out. But I'm going to go now and work out where I'm going to put all of the books and which ones I'm going to read first. Yes, so thank you so much again to everyone. in so much shock. Hello, yes, it's me again. It is the day after my birthday, and I got another Amazon delivery of 5 parcels earlier today when I was in bed, and I was like utterly shocked because I thought that all of the unboxings I did yesterday was the majority of it. I was only expecting one more from an in real life friend who's also a bookstagrammer, and then Shah's present that is still yet to arrive. So I'm lost for words basically, but I have decided, and I did post on my Instagram, that I will be donating a lump sum of money to a charity of my choice. I do want to look into which one I think would be most useful now. I might look at some of the ones that are helping India with their coronavirus crisis currently, as it's really bad out there and they need as much help as they can get. So I'm going to do a bit of searching and see if there's one I can find to help donate to, mainly because I just don't know how to deal with this much like gift giving. It just feels very like, what's the word I'm looking for, like self-indulgent. It's a bit weird, I don't know, I just don't know how to deal with it. So obviously by giving back and making a donation to charity, I feel like I'm kind of, you know, giving back out into the world, and it's not entirely like, you know, selfish. So with that message out of the way, I have got some more parcels to unbox. So this is the first one. I haven't been able to take my address off these, so I'm going to have to do it carefully. Oh, there's no gift note, I don't think. Oh no, there's no gift note with this one. So someone has very kindly gifted to me 3 of the Penguin Modern Classic minis. Like I said in the previous part of the unboxing, I'm really enjoying reading these because they're just like short snippets from great authors who do great writing, and the ones I put on my wish list were either from authors I wanted to get into or authors I had already read before and know I really enjoy their writing. And these, well, 2 of the 3 of these are like similar to that. So we have got Create Dangerously by Albert Camus. I absolutely love The Outsider by Albert Camus, and I've also read The Fool, which I didn't enjoy as much, but was really cleverly done. He does really interesting takes on characters. They're very like character-driven short stories, and you see these people make really bad choices, but I think Albert Camus tries to twist it to sort of be like, yes, but, you know, was it okay for them to do this because, you know, their character was built up over time for this specific reason. And I just find that like a really interesting concept. It, like, his work always makes me think a lot, so really excited about getting around to this one. We've got Letter from Birmingham Jail by Martin Luther King Jr. Again, another very important one. I have read this, I think, previously in school when we did the civil rights movement at A-level, because I did A-level history, but I put this on my wish list because I wanted a copy of it and wanted to revisit it. So again, very excited about that one too. And the third one we've got is George Orwell, who I love. I adore George Orwell's writing, but I need to read more from him because I've only read 1984 and Animal Farm, but I'm kind of scared. His like writing and his books intimidate me a little bit, mainly because his work is obviously very politically driven. But when I do read them, I really enjoy them. And this one is Notes on Nationalism. I've got another short by George Orwell that I want to get to as well. So what I'm hoping this one will do when I get to it is remind me of the reasons why I love his writing so much, to hopefully get me to read some more of his books. So thank you to whoever gifted me these, and if you meant to include a gift note, please let me know that it was you that gifted me these so I can say thank you, because, you know, I just love to say thank you. So this is the next one. Again, I'm making so much mess on the floor. Like, I don't really need to be making this much mess. I feel like it's part of the enjoyment to just like throw the mess everywhere, but then you have to tidy it up afterwards, which is less fun. Let's see, gift note. Oh, there's a gift note with this one. Oh. So this one is from K. Beth Bookish, and it says, I have this too, so maybe we could do a buddy read together. And this excites me so much. I love it when people do this, so let's see what it is. I didn't even realise this was out in paperback yet. I'm so confused right now. I thought this wasn't out in paperback until like July. Okay, I'm super excited because I was not expecting this. But it's the Vanishing Half by Britt Bennett, and I do believe that this one is historical fiction, and I definitely want to get into more historical fiction, especially diversifying my historical fiction when I do start reading some more. And Britt Bennett is a black female American author. I don't actually know the synopsis of this. I think I have read it once ages ago and was really intrigued and interested. And that's why obviously I added it to my like want to read list. But I kind of want to go into this kind of blind, so I don't want to read the back because I just feel that the vibes I get from this is that I will love it, and it's a 5-star. It might be like a 5-star read for me, but I don't know why. It might just be because it's historical fiction, but you know. So yes, would love to buddy read this one. Thank you so much. I just didn't realise it was out in paperback, and I'm so happy. And it's so pretty. It's gorgeous as well. Look at it. It's so shiny. Thank you. Sorry, my camera stopped filming, and now I'm scared that it's gonna, because my camera is full, and that really scares me. Okay, we've got a gift note. Oh, this one is from Julia from Shakespeare and Such, and we're like kind of we're both Tauruses, and we have like birthdays that are kind of close to each other, and we both love Shakespeare, and I just feel like I vibe with her so much, and it was just so lovely of her to send me something. And now I'm very excited. She says, I hope this one doesn't disappoint. So it's Don't Touch My Hair by Emma DeBerry, which is a non-fiction book about sort of like black hair, and I do believe it's both like really informative and like possibly funny and just super interesting. And I know that Victoria, from what Victoria read this and loved it, and that's why I wanted to read it, because I feel like if Victoria gives it really good recommendations, then, you know, I will love it too. Very excited about that. I'm gonna try and get through this as quickly as possible because I'm scared that my card is gonna like run out and there's nothing on there I can currently delete. So I'm just like, But thank you so much, Julia. I'm so excited, and I don't know what to do. Okay, there's this one. Oh yay! So this one's from Sophia, who's my in real life like best friend, uni friend, and also bookstagrammer. And now this is one of the ones I was expecting. She said she sent me something. So, and I'm so excited. So I've got 2 of these now. But it is In the Dream House by Carmen Maria Machado. And this is another short story collection. Sylvie got me the other one, Her Body and Other Parts. But I read the sort of synopsis of this short story collection and I was just as intrigued. So that's again why I added them both to my wish list, because they just both sound really interesting. And Sylvie obviously gave them really good like recommendations to us to like read them. So yes, I love that now, because then that means I can read one and then there's going to be another one. So if I love it, which I'm sure I will, there's going to be more. Yay! And that they're going to match and look so pretty. Thank you! Okay, let's get through this last one before I run out of space on my card. There's 2 in here. That scares me. Oh, it's from Rosie from Sparkles Books. Oh, thank you, Rosie. Oh, okay. Oh, so she got me The Colour Purple by Alice Walker. Obviously a classic, one that I can't believe I haven't read. I don't think I've heard a bad word about this one. And from the back it says it's set in the deep American South between the wars, and it follows a young black girl born into poverty and segregation. And from the back there does seem to be some other deeper, darker themes as well. And then I do believe the main character meets a woman who then she sort of realises that she's falling for. But like I said, I've heard nothing but amazing things about this, and I can't believe I haven't read it yet. But hopefully, now that I have like a copy of it, I can fix that. So thank you, Rosie. And the next one. Okay, so it's Almost Love by Louise O'Neill, who is an Irish author and writes clearly I think a majority of different genres. And I know that Leanne from Leanne Rose absolutely adores Louise O'Neill, and I think so does Aoife from Pretty Purple Polka Dots. But I didn't know where to start because she's written a lot and they're all totally different. So like one is a thriller, one might be historical fiction, I'm not 100% sure, but this one is a sort of like a romance that reminded me slightly of Normal People, so I was drawn to this one first more than any of the rest, and that's why I just added this one to my wish list. But I cannot wait to delve into this and finally see what all the fuss is about Louise O'Neill's books and her writing, and then hopefully if I love this one I can then delve into some of her other books that are also different genres. So yes, just very excited, and I love this cover. I know that some people are really funny about like pictures of people on covers, but this one I love. So once again, I'm just like overwhelmed with everything, but I just look at these and I just get so excited and I want to do all of the reading. So I think I'm just going to push myself to read more, because I know that I could read more in a month if I just sat down and did it. But you know, I don't tend to, like other people. You just scroll on your phone and you do other pointless things when you could be reading. So because I want to get through some of these, we're going to make ourselves sit down and do the reading, and I will be doing some reading sprints later, or I will be on Aoife's channel who's running and hosting the sprints, so reading time. And like I said, if you are the lovely person who gifted me the 3 short Penguin Modern Classic minis, please let me know, because I would love to say thank you. So yes, that's it from me, hopefully, until Char's present comes, and then I'm going to unbox Char's present, and then hopefully you guys get to see this. So there is just one more book that I want to show you guys and say thank you for before you see me unboxing Char's birthday present, because I did actually film myself unboxing this, but I think I lost the footage somewhere, so I just wanted to film this little clip just to say thank you. So Leanna from Leanna Reads very kindly gifted me Wait by Jeanette Winterson, and this is actually a Greek retelling of the story of Athens and Athena, and I have checked, but the story is featured in the Greek myths book that Victoria got me for my birthday, so what I want to do is read that first and then read this. But I heard that Wait is a really good one for if you are new to retellings and you want to get into like Greek retellings, because A, it's really short, and B, if you're used to like Jeanette Winterson's writing, as I am, and really enjoy it, I just know I'm gonna like this no matter the fact that it's like a retelling or not, if that makes sense. But yes, very excited about getting to this. It's a lot shorter than I thought it was, and the writing is like a lot more sort of spaced out, so I can probably get through this one really quickly. And yes, the cover is absolutely gorgeous. So I just wanted to refilm a little thank you, and showing you guys obviously another one that I was very kindly gifted, and another thank you to Leanna from Leanna Reads for gifting me this beautiful book. Okay, so this should be the final part of my unboxing video, because Char's present just arrived with the postman, and it's from the Folio Society, because it says the Folio Society on the box. So I'm really excited, because I know the Folio Society does like really fancy editions of like really popular books, and I have no idea like what could be in it, so I'm excited, and I'm gonna unbox it now. Yay. Oh, my books were packed by Bella. You get like a little card that says who it was packed by, which is really cool. I don't want to drop it. I'm gonna turn that upside down in case it's got like what's in here on it. Okay. I think I know what it is. And I think Caris has got a copy of this. It feels wrong doing that. Oh my god. So any guesses with the R on the front what this is? It is, yes. It is their beautiful edition of Rebecca by Daphne du Maurier, and I only know of this one because, like I said, Caris has got this, and I remember when she treated herself to it and we were all like, that is absolutely gorgeous, and if you know, oh my god. When you take it out, it's even nicer. It's so beautiful. It feels so nice. I don't want to like ever read it. I'm just gonna like protect it with my life. But I love that it comes with these special boxes. So like obviously it doesn't get ruined. It doesn't get like sunlight damage or dust. So yes, it's so beautiful. Because I don't want to open it because it feels like if I bend it too much, it will like ruin this bit. Ooh, and it's got like illustrations or drawings in it. Oh my god, they're absolutely gorgeous. It's amazing. Oh, I want to reread it again now. My hands are sweaty and I don't want to hold it because I feel like I'm ruining it. But thank you so much, Shah. That's absolutely gorgeous. It's probably like the most beautiful book I now own. Like seeing it like on when Caris showed hers off, I was like, oh, that looks amazing. But having it in person, it's even more beautiful. And like I've got sticky handle. I feel like my hands are all gross. So I want to put it away where it's safe. Put it in its box. It's so pretty. Yay. So I'm off to text Shah now to say thank you because I just texted her to let her know that her present was here, and find a space on my bookcase to put this so everyone can see it because it's going to be like so gorgeous. But I also kind of want to have it this way out because that's also really beautiful. So yes, I'm just going to leave you guys here, and again just want to say thank you to everyone who's like absolutely spoiled me for my birthday. I just feel like incredibly grateful and overwhelmed and everything, even though I've said that like a billion times. But yes.